And welcome to the channel. We got game 2 of the Mets Brewers series. Leading off for the New York Mets, playing center field is Mazzelli. Batting second, playing short is Reyes. Batting third, playing first is Hernandez. Batting fourth, playing right field is Strawberry. Batting fifth, doing the catching is Hudley. Batting sixth, playing left field is Gilkey. Batting seventh, playing third base is Alfonso. Batting eighth, playing second base is Backman, and on the mound and batting ninth is Leiter. And for the hometown Milwaukee Brewers, leading off, playing third base is Paul Molitor. Batting second, playing shortstop is Yount. Batting third, playing left field is Braun. Batting fourth, playing center field is Thomas. Batting fifth, playing first base is Cooper. Batting sixth, doing the catching is B.J. Surhoff. Batting seventh, playing right field is Lescano. Batting eighth, playing second base is Money. And on the mound and batting ninth is VOUCKOVICH. Down here to Milwaukee and get this game started. As David joins us here. Lee Mazzelli will lead it off here for the Mets, batting .242 with a homer and 4 RBIs. This is Pete Vuckovich's second appearance. No record with a 1.12 ERA. Here's the pitch to Lee. And he gets a hold of this one, folks. Where's this one going to land? And that ball is driven out into third, down the third baseline in the right field, and that's going to be a leadoff double for Lee. And the Mets right away has got a runner in scoring position. And up to the plate now steps Reyes, and he's batting .278 on the year with a homer and 1 RBI. Can the Mets cash in on this leadoff double? And that's going to be against the righty of 13. And that's going to be a base hit in the left field. Braun's got a good arm, not a great arm out there. And there's nobody out. Let's see here. That'll be a 5. That'll be a 43. And they're going to send him a 29 or lower, a 55 or lower. He's safe. That's an RBI single. And what did I say? A 50 what? And he's in there safely. So Reyes with an RBI single in the left field. And just like that, the Mets are on the board. It's 1-0 New York. And you still got a runner down at first. And nobody out for Keith Hernandez. And Hernandez is batting 160. That's going to be 43 and a 9. That'll be a ground ball down the third. The only play will be a ground ball down the short. The only play will be over to first. The runner will get in scoring position here now with 1 out. And Darryl Strawberry at the plate. Strawberry batting 188. Does have 2 homers and 6 RBIs though. And he gets a hold of this. And Strawberry connects, folks. Let's see where this ends up at. And that is off the wall. Pete Vuckovich with that G keeps that ball in play. And Strawberry just missed a homer down the right field line. But that will drive in another run. And it is 2-0. It could have been 3-0. And only 1 out now. The runner still down at second. Gotta love that G. G and H's. And Todd Henley's up. He's batting .056 with no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be against the righty. An 11. And that's going to be a base hit in the center field. And the hits just keep coming. It's the hit parade, folks. And that'll be a 50. And Gorman's got a hell of an arm out there. But Strawberry's got great speed. And it'll be a 31 or lower. That'll be a 61 or lower. That's going to be an RBI single by Todd. And he's in there. So that's a RBI single. And all of a sudden, it is a 3-0 ball game. And still only one out. Todd down at first. And VOUCKOVICH is getting lit up like a Christmas tree here. And now you got Bernard Gilkey up, and Bernard's only batting 176 with a homer and 4 RBIs. Can he keep this hit parade up? And he sure does. That's driven into the gap in right field. Lescano's out there with a freaking cannon of an arm, and he's probably going to stop at third. Todd is not bad speed for a catcher, but still catcher speed out there. That'll be a 42. Yeah, he'll stop at third on the double. So we got a double in the right field. And it is second and third. And Fonzie's up. Alfonso. And they're going to bring the infield in, folks. They can't afford to be giving up much more runs. Already down 3-0. I know it's early, but darn. Alfonso's only batting 118, but it looks like we're on the Oprah Winfrey show. They're just giving hits away. He gets a hit. You get a hit. Everybody gets a hit. Here's the pitch to Fonzie. And you know what? I think he's going to keep up the hit parade here. Yes, he is. That's going to be a single in the left field. And that's probably going to score too. That ball almost gets to the wall. Braun does a good job of cutting it off, but it's deep. And Gilkey's got good speed down there at second. He's going to score with no throw. And just like that, folks, it's a 5-0 ball game. Pete VOUCKOVICH may not get out of this first inning, as they're going to have to go out and talk to him, ask him what the hell his problem is. Tell him to start getting some outs. Now we're going to get the bullpen warmed up as we're down to Backman. And Backman, he's only batting 176, but like I say, it looks like everybody gets a hit here today. And with one out, they're going to put the hit and run on. They're going for the jugular. So Wally's up with the hit and run on. And that's going to be a perfectly placed ball for the hit and run. That is perfectly done. Everything coming up New York here today. That's going to be a single into single in the right field. The runner will get down the third. And now, first and third, one out. And Mr. Al Leiter, they send the ninth batter to the plate, folks. And Al's up. And they're going to let him swing away. What the hell? We're playing with house money, they say. First and third, already up 5-0. And Al, he's 0 for 1 on the year. And he keep this hit parade up. Nope, that's finally a second out as VOUCKOVICH strikes him out for out number 2. And Lee comes up for the second time in this inning, and he started this all off with a double, folks. And here's the pitch to Lee. He's already doubled in this inning, and that's going to be a base on balls. VOUCKOVICH walks Lee. Now Reyes comes up for the second time. And with the bases full, no place to put him. He's 1 for 1 with an RBI single already. And he could turn out the lights here in Milwaukee. That's for sure with a hit here. And nope, that's going to be a fly ball out to Lescano and right. The Mets are going to leave the bases loaded, folks, but still score 5 runs on 7 hits. And they going down to the first inning. The Mets up by 5. The Brew Crew just coming to bat. Got a lot of work to do, but it's early. You got Molitor, Yount, and Braun due up. And Al Leiter goes out on the mound with a 5-run lead. Molitor's batting .436. He's got 3 homers and 14 RBIs. And Al Leiter, this is his second appearance. He's 0-1 with a 5.14 ERA. Yeah, prize fight. They would have called this, wouldn't they, Dave? Yeah. And old Dandy Dan would be telling you, turn out the lights, the party's over. All you working fans can go to bed. Here's the pitch to Molitor, but it's early. But that's going to be a base on ball. So Al Leiter, he may not like working with a 5-run lead as he walks the leadoff man. Here comes Rockin' Robin Yount. And Yount's batting .333. He's got 3 homers and 13 RBIs of his own. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Leiter strikes him out for out number 1. These Brewers, they're 7-2, and most of it's because of the bats. It's not the pitching. They've been clubbing the ball. Ryan Braun's up batting .317. He's got 2 homers and 4 RBI. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Gilkey. Bernard waits for it, makes the catch. And now there's 2 down after the leadoff walk. Here comes Mr. Thompson. Gorman Thompson's up batting .154. No homers and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. So after the leadoff walk, Al Leiter settles down, strikes out 2 of the 3 batters. We go to the top of the second in a 5-0 lead. And Keith Hernandez is up. He'll be followed by Strawberry and Hunley. Big boys here, the 3, 4, 5 hitters. Pete VOUCKOVICH, to say the least, is on a very short leash after giving up 5 runs in that first inning. Keith Hernandez is 0 for 1. He grounded out his first time up. One of the few Mets without a hit, but he just solved that problem. That's going to be a base hit in the right field. So the leadoff batter's aboard again. And Darryl Strawberry comes up. And Darryl had an RBI double his first time up. Just missed a homer and came around the score. Here's the pitch to Darryl. And that's going to be a base on balls. And VOUCKOVICH has now got the first 2 batters aboard again. And that bullpen's getting up again. Short leash here. First and second. Todd's up. Todd's 1 for 1. He had an RBI single and came around the score in the first. And that's going to do it for Pete VOUCKOVICH because that ball is blasted, folks. Let's see where this is going to end up at. Be a 9 and a 3, a 6. And that is going to be a 5. Where are we at here? A 5 and a 6. And nice job out there. And right field as Sexcano gets to it. Sorry, out in left field. As Braun gets to it, cuts that ball off in a hurry. But Keith Hernandez should still be able to score because that ball was deep. Braun did a good job not letting it get to the wall, but still, I should score 1. I don't even think they're going to make the throw at the plate. And they're not. Let's see about the runner at first. A 30, getting the 3rd. And that's what they're going to do. They're going to throw the ball in, and Strawberry's going to stay put at second. But that's an RBI single. And it is now 6-0, and that is it for Pete VOUCKOVICH. He can't get out of this second inning, folks. Goes 1 inning, gives up 6 runs so far. 2 more are still his responsibility, and 9 hits. And who's going to come out of the bullpen? This is going to devastate this pen today. Jesse Orozco is going to come out and try to get some innings in here. So Jesse will come out. And VOUCKOVICH can't get out of the second inning. Got lit up, folks. If you ever watched the TV series Suits, he just got lit up. And now you got runners on first and second. Still nobody out. And Bernard Gilkey's up. Bernard 1-for-1 as everybody else is. And he has a two. He had a double and drove in a run. No, he didn't drive in a run. He came around the score. We don't want the Mets. We want the Brew Crew to bring in. What was I doing here? I got this all backwards here. Roscoe's not coming in. Sorry about that. I got this all messed up. Who's coming in here? It's going to be Sanders is going to come in. Sanders will come in. Got this all messed up. So Sanders is going to come in the game and try to eat up some innings here. See what Ken can do. Can he stop the bleeding, folks? The patient's almost dead. He's trying to at least keep him alive here. First and second, nobody out, and Gilkey's 1-for-1. He doubled his first time up, and that's going to be against the righty. That'll be a 20 and a 9. And that's finally going to be the first out. That is popped up down the short. Younts makes the call, makes the catch for out number 1. And Alfonso's up now. And Alfonso's 1-for-1. He had a 2 RBI single his first time up. And that's going to be a 2 balls and no strike count on Alfonso. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And that's going to be the walk the hard way in Apba on 2 dice rolls. Alfonso walks, loads the bases, and it looks like it don't matter who's out there for the Brew Crew. They're just getting hammered here. Wally's up, and Wally World had a single his first time up. And here's the pitch. And that might be a double play ball hit down the third. See if they can come up with it. A 45 and a 4. 45 and a 4 is fielding column 2, but the base is loaded. And runner's going to be out at the plate, but that's all they're going to get. That'll be a 5-2 put out. And now you got Al Leiter up. Can he help his own cause here, folks? Already up 6-0. They left the bases loaded the first time. Can Al deliver here? He's 0-for-1. And nope, that's a swing and a miss. Ken comes in and gets the job done. But again, it's a 6-0 lead. And the Mets have left the bases loaded twice. What could be? This game could be freaking 12 or 13-0, folks. We go to the bottom of the second. You got Cooper, BJ, and Lescano due up here. And Cooper 143 with no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out the Darrell for out number 1. And that's all Leiter's got to do is throw strikes here, folks. BJ's batting 200 with a homer and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Reyes is up, fires over to Keith, and that's 2 quick outs here. And now you got Mr. Sexto Lescano batting 250 with no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be against the lefty. That's going to be the first hit of the game for the Brew Crew. That's going to drop in out in left field. Gilkey can't get to it. And the Brewers get a runner on with 2 outs. And here comes the money. Don Money comes to the plate. Batting 111 with a runner at first. No homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. Now Leiter, now a little chink in the armor here. And they're going to have to let Ken bat. They're not going through this bullpen this early. And this is Ken's first plate appearance. In 1971, he was 0-for-14. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. And he'll take it himself. touch the bag, and that'll end the inning, folks. And the Brewers strand two. We go to the top of the third. It's still 6-0. New York, New York. You got the top of the order due up here. Lee, Reyes, and Hernandez. And Lee's 1 for 1. He has doubled and walked in this game. And that's going to be another base on balls. So Lee's perfect. He's down at first. And that'll bring up Reyes. And Reyes is 1 for 2 with an RBI, and he's scored in this game. Here's the pitch to Jose. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third, short rather. 63 and the 9's barely fielding column 2, 3 rather. And that'll be only plays over to first. So the runner will get in scoring position here for Keith Hernandez. So runner down in second and 1 out for Hernandez. He's 1 for 2, singled his last time up. And that ball's hit down the third. Nope, that's going to be a hit by pitch, and that might be a little frustration coming out of these Brew Crew in this game. Hernandez walks on down the first. And now you got runners on first and second. And 1 out, and Darryl Strawberry had an RBI double his first time up. He's 1 for 2, 1 for 1 rather. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. So Ken strikes out Darryl for out number 2. And Todd comes up, and Todd's 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs on the game. We get number 3 here. And nope, Ken strikes him out. The Mets strand 2 more. We go to the bottom of the third in a 6-0 game. Got the top of the order due up here for the Brewers. Molitor, Yount, and Braun. And Paul, he walked his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Reyes for out number 1. And Robin's up now. And Robin Yount struck out his first time up against Leiter. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Lee calls for it, waits on it, makes the catch for out number 2. And Ryan Braun comes to the plate, and he started a 2-out rally. He's 0 for 1. He flew out his first time up. And that's going to be another fly ball out to Bernard. And that'll be an easy 1-2-3 inning. We end the third. We go to the top of the fourth. 6-0 Brewers. And speaking of Bernard, he's going to lead it off here. You got Gilkey, Alfonso, and Backman due up. Bernard 1 for 2 with a double in the game. And he blasts this one, folks. And that's going to be a double down the first base line. Gilkey standing down at second with a leadoff double. And the Brewers are in business again here. Trying to add to this 6-0 lead. Alfonso comes to the plate. He's a perfect 1 for 1 with a 2 RBI single in the game. And that's going to be a 36. And the catcher's a 6. That's probably going to be fielding column 3. Yep, that is fielding column 3. And safe on air as the catcher fumbles and bumbles that ball. And the runner, will he get down the third? Runner is going to hold. So that's going to be an E2. And the runner at second is going to hold. So now you got first and second and backing up. And Wally here. The runner was supposed to hold. Go back here. Undo. An E2. And now you got Backman up. First and second. And nobody out. And Wally's 1 for 2 today. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. 24 and a 9. That'll be fielding column 1. And that's going to be a nice play down there by Yount. And they'll get the batter out at first. Everybody will move up a base. So now you got second and third. And only 1 out. And the Brewers are going to play in. And you got Mr. LEITER up. Can he deliver here? Infield in, LEITER 0 for 2. He has struck out both times. 35, and that's a swing and a miss. Big strikeout there by Ken. Can he get out of this mess again, folks? The Mets have stranded quite a few runners, second and third and 2 outs. We're back to Lee. Lee's a perfect 1 for 1 today. 2 walks and a double in this game. And that's going to be a 51 and a 5. That'll be fielding column 1, and that's going to be popped up down the first base line. Cooper makes the call, makes the catch, and that'll do it. And again, the Mets strand too, and it's still 6-0. So give Sanders some credit. He's pitched around some messes here to keep this a 6-run lead. As you see, the Mets got one more game here in Milwaukee. Then they go home and play the Cubbies for 3, and then they go on the road to play the Big Red Machine. You got Thompson, Cooper, and BJ due up. Gorman struck out his first time up, and that's going to be a rare play. 13 and a 40. And that's going to be a foul ball, strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Gorman out. That's only his 3rd strikeout of the game for Al. That brings up Cooper. He's 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a rare play, a 64 and a 41. And that's going to be a ball. So now he falls behind on Cooper on the 1-0 pitch. And that's going to be another rare play, a 65 and a 41. Back-to-back rare plays, and that's a strike. So now we got a 1-1 count. So here's the 1-1 pitch, and that's going to be a ground ball down to Keith. He takes it himself for out number 2. And BJ's up now with nobody on and 2 outs. And BJ's 0 for 1. He grounded out. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, and Al strikes him out, and that's his 4th strikeout of the game now. To the top of the 5th we go. 2, 3, 4 hitters due up here for the Mets. Reyes, Hernandez, and Strawberry. Reyes is 1 for 3 with an RBI in the game. And that's going to be against the righty. A fly ball out the right field for out number 1. And now Keith's up, and Hernandez is 1 for 2. He was hit by pitches last time up, and that's going to be a base on balls. Keith walks on down to first with 1 out, and Darryl Strawberry up. Darryl just missed a homer back in the first. That was a RBI double. Here's the pitch to him, and that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And the only play will be over to first. Keith will get down the second with 2 outs. And Todd's up. Todd Henley, can he do something? He's having a damn good game. 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs in the game. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. And again, the Mets strand a runner. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. 6-0 Brewers. We got the bottom part of the order due up here, I believe, for the Brewers. Lescano, Money, and we will have a pitch hitter this time for Sanders as he ate up a few innings here. Lescano's got the only hit of the game here for the Brewers. He's 1 for 1. He singled back in the second, and that's going to be another single. He's the only one that's figured out LEITER, folks. That's another single in the left field. So leadoff batter gets aboard. And it's money time. And Money is 0 for, he walked his first time up. And that's going to be against the lefty, a 12 and an 11. That's going to be a base hit in the right field. And down by this many and nobody out, he's stopping at second. So all of a sudden, the Brewers making some noise here in the bottom part of the order, doing their job. We got first and second, nobody out. That'll be it for Sanders. See who's going to come off the bench here against the lefty. And Cirillo, Jeff's going to come off the bench here. See if he can do something. Nobody out, down by 6. Runners on first and second. And Jeff's batting .500. He's 1 for 2 with a homer and 2 RBIs. Can he keep it up? One swing of the bat here, and he can get the Brewers back in this game, folks. And nope, that's a high fly ball out the right field. Strawberry just short of the track. It's going to make the catch. Let's see here if Lescano will tag up. Try to get down the third here. That'll be a 36 and a 2. That'll be fielding column 2. Out the right field. Re-roll a dice. A 4. A 42. Strawberry's got a damn cannon out there. A 23. I just don't think it's worth it. A 23. He's going to stay put. Like I say, that run means nothing. No use getting thrown out here. That's a fly ball out the right field for out number 1. And we're back to the top of the order in Paul Molitor. He's 0 for 1. He did walk in this game, folks. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. 61 and an H, probably going to be fielding column 3, and it is. And that's going to be ground ball down the short. He'll toss it over to Backman. Backman fires over the first, but Paul Molitor beats the throw. So now you got first and third, 2 down, and it's going to be up to Yount. Trying to get the Brewers on the board here. Yount is 0 for 2, flown out and struck out. And that's going to be against the lefty of 13. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. Bernard Gilkey, nice dive and catch. Went all out. I guess you can do that when it's a 6-run lead. Takes at least a single, maybe a double away from rockin' Robin. We go to the top of the 6th. It's still 6-0. And let's see who's going to come out here and pitch for the Brew Crew. Bottom part of the order due up. And the Axeman's coming out. Axford's going to come out here and pitch. John's coming out here. The top of the 6th. Give Ken Sanders some credit, folks. He did a nice job. Kept this a 6-run lead. Got into some messes, but got himself out of all of them. And there's John. And you got Gilkey. Alfonso and Backman due up here against John. It's his 3rd appearance. No record with a 5.4 ERA. Bernard's having a nice game. He's got 2 doubles. He's 2 for 3 today. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Braun. That'll be out number 1 here in the top of the 6th. And Mr. Alfonso. Fonzie is 1 for 2. He has a 2 RBI single in this game. And he gets a hold of this one, folks. Where's this one going to end up at? That ball is off the wall. Just missed a homer. Alfonso, again, that G took it away. So that is a double in right field. And Alfonso standing down at second with 1 out for Wally Backman. And Wally's 1 for 3. It has a single in the game. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. Actually, that's going to be a ground ball down the first. Cooper gets it, tosses it over to John. The runner will get down the third, but now there's 2 outs, and Al Leiter's up. And Leiter has struck out 3 times, already got the hat trick. Can he get the golden sombrero from John? And nope, he does make contact. That's hit out in the shallow center field. I believe. Let's see here. Nope, that is hit down to second. And Money's got it. He tosses it over to first. And that'll end the inning. And again, the Mets strand a runner. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 6-0. What the big boys do up here against Al, Braun, Thomas, and Cooper. And as you can see, the Mets are 4-5 with a 173 batting average, a 260 on base percentage, slugging 354 with a 613 OPS. The Brew Crew 7-2, 245, OPS of 322, slugging 430, and an OPS of 752. Ryan is over 2. He's flown out twice to the Menard out in left field as we drop some dice. And that's going to be a Baltimore chop. Let's see, a 54 and an 8. That'll be fielding column 2. Actually, that's going to be a swing and a miss. And Todd drops it. He's going to have to fire it down to first to get the strikeout for out number 1. That's Leiter's 5th strikeout of the game. And Gorman comes to the plate. He has struck out twice against Leiter. Leiter's got Gorman's number here. And that's going to be another swing and a miss. So he has struck out Gorman 3 times. So half of his strikeouts have been Gorman Thomas. 3 out of the 6th. Here comes Mr. Cecil Cooper, 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be a pop-up down the short. 1, 2, 3 goes the Brewers. And to the top of the 7th we go. Got the top of the order due up here in the 7th. You got Lee, Reyes, and Keefe due up. And Lee Mazzelli, 1 for 2 with 2 walks in the game and a double. And that's going to be a slow roller down the money at second, over to Coop for out number 1. And Reyes comes up now, and he's 1 for 4 with an RBI in the game. And he's going to swing and miss, and John strikes him out. That's John's first strikeout of the game. And you see the Mets, I think I already said about them going home to play the Cubbies and then going to on the road after that to play the Reds. Keith's 1 for 2 with a hit by pitch, and he's walked. And that's just going to be a slow roller down to Molitor. He fires over to first in a 1, 2, 3 inning. I think that's the first inning they haven't left somebody on base. We go to the 7th inning stretch. It's 6-0 Brewers. And you can see the Mets with 33 runs on 11 homers, 7 stolen bases, and caught twice. The Brewers, like I say, 62 runs on 16 homers, no stolen bases, and haven't been caught. Got the bottom part of the order due up here. BJ, Lescano, and Money. Here's the pitch to BJ. And that's going to be a 14. That's going to be a fly ball out the left field. Bernard makes the catch. That'll be 1 down. And now you got Lescano. He's the only one that's really figured out Leiter, folks. He is 2 for 2. 2 singles in this game. And they rare play here. A 33 and a 40. And that's going to be hit out the left field again. Can Bernard make the play this time? That is the question. A 21 and a 2 should be fielding column 1. And it is. And it was a nice play. Bernard with a nice running catch. Takes the third hit away from Lescano. Almost went 3 for 3. Bernard finally gets to it. Doesn't have to take it on the bounce. Makes the catch. And now there is 2 down. And Don Money comes to the plate. He has the other hit. He is 1 for 1. He has walked and singled. So the bottom 2 batters here have done all the damage. All 3 hits from these 2. And that's going to be a base on balls. So Money gets on board here for the 3rd time. And that'll be it for John. I have a pitch hitter for him. See who's going to come off the bench here against LEITER. And Billy Hall is going to come off the bench. See if Billy can do something here without pitching a 3-hit shutout. And Billy's first plate appearance of the year. And in 2006, he batted .270 with 35 homers and 85 RBIs. And he gets a hold of this. He's looking to get some playing time, folks. Here, where's this one going to go? And that's going to be a base hit. And a nice play by Wally Backman almost. He makes a diving attempt, but that ball is going to get into right field. Right, 12. Yep, that ball's going to get into right field. Backman couldn't get to it. And is Money going to get down the 3rd? That is the question. That'll be a 50. Let's see here. Money's got good speed. A 50. And a 31. They're not even going to throw down there. So that's going to be a single, and the runner is going to get down the 3rd. So now you got runners on the corner. Still 2 outs, and Paul Molitor's up. LEITER trying to keep this shutout in order here, folks. All this happening now with 2 outs. And Paul's 0 for 2. He did walk back in the 1st. And that's going to be a pop up down the 2nd. Backman calls for it near the mound, makes the catch, and that'll end the inning. And the Brewers strand 2 to the top of the 8th we go. Still 6-0 Milwaukee. See who's going to come out here and pitch. Got the lefties due up. I think they're not going to waste Josh in this game. Ken Castro, we're going to send in his relative. Bill Castro is going to come in the game here. Old Bill will come in here in the 8th inning. And Castro is 0-1 with a 9 ERA. This is his 3rd appearance of the year. He'll be facing the big boys, Strawberry, Hunley, and Gilkey. Darrell with that RBI double his first time up. He's 1 for 3. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Gorman in center. That'll be out number 1. Todd comes to the plate now. Todd's having a damn good game. He is 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Paul at 3rd. He fires across the diamond to Cooper, and there's 2 quick outs here. And this bullpen, give them credit. They have really kept this game in check after 6 runs given up by Pete VOUCKOVICH. Bernard's 2 for 4 with 2 doubles in the game. And that's going to be another ground ball down the Paul. And that'll do it. 1, 2, 3 goes the Brewers. To the bottom of the 8th we go. Brew Crew's got some work to do. They better get her started here. They got the top of the order due up here. Yount, Braun, and Thomas. They're going to get back in this game. This is the time to do it. Robin 0 for 3 today, though. And that's going to be 0 for 4 as that's popped up down the short near the mound. He makes the catch for out number 1. And now Ryan Braun comes up. He's 0 for 3. He has flown out twice and struck out his last time up. And that's going to be 7, 11, and a 10. And that's going to be a base hit in the center field. So Ryan Braun gets aboard here with 1 out. In the bottom of the 8th, can this start something here? Gorman Thomas has not had a good game against Al Leiter. He has struck out all 3 times. Here's the pitch to Gorman. And that's going to be a see you later. He's standing there and can't believe it. He gets another Linda Ronstadt thrown at him. Another blue Bayou and strikes out and gets the golden sombrero. Gorman Thomas walks back to the dugout, throwing the bat, frustrated as all get up. 0 for 4, 4 strikeouts. Now there's 2 outs for Cooper. Cooper's 0 for 3. Rounded out, popped up, and flown out. And not this time, folks. That ball is hit hard. Where's this one going to go? Again, that'll be a 24. And that ball is off the wall. And that'll be hit in the right field. And this might actually get the Brewers on the board here, folks. It'll be at 52. They're definitely going to send Braun. Make Darryl throw him out. 33, so that'll be a 63 or lower. 63 or lower, he is safe. And he's in there. So that's an RBI double by Cooper. And they finally get on the board, folks. It is now 6-1. Al Leiter gives up his first run of the game, and now BJ's up. And BJ is 0 for 3, grounded out, struck out, and flown out. A runner down at second. And that's going to be a 37, the pitcher. And that'll be runner called off second. Why in the hell would you get called off the second? Cooper, what the hell was you thinking? Cooper gets picked off down at second, folks. Oh, my. Unbelievable. And now to end the inning, Cooper finally gets him on the board and then gets picked off. Unexcusable. We go to the top of the 9th. Alfonso Backman, and probably a pitch hitter here for the Leiter now that he's given up a run. And Alfonso is 2 for 3 with a 2 RBI double. No, sorry, a 2 RBI single. And that's going to be a swing and a miss as Bill strikes him out. And that's Bill's first strikeout of the game. And now you got Backman up. He's 1 for 4 on the game. And that's going to be against the righty. 18, that's a fly ball out to Gorman in center field. 2 quick outs here in the 9th. And we're going to have a pitch hitter here for Al Leiter. Let's see who's going to come off the bench here. And Bud's going to come off the bench. See if Bud can get on base here with 2 outs. And he's going to be coming in to pitch. That'll be the question. He's going to come in to pitch will be the question. Okay, and Bud, where's Bud at? There he is. He'll come in here and pitch hit for Al. And Bud is batting 500. He's 1 for 2 in the year. And that's going to be a pop-up down the second. That'll end the inning. The Mets go down in order. We go to the bottom of the 9th and a 5-run lead for the Mets. That was down the second, right? Yep, down the second. And let's see who's going to come in here and do the pitching.
Familia.
And Familia, I think, is going to come in this game. He hasn't pitched in a while. It's not really a save opportunity, but we'll get him some work here. Get him some work. Where is he at? There he is. And this is Familia's only his second game, folks. No record, no ERA. He'll be facing Surhoff, Lescano, and Money. BJ 0 for 3 on the game. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Alfonso. He fires across the diamond, 1 down. And Lescano, who's having a hell of a game. One of the few Brewers actually doing something. He's 2 for 3 in this game. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Familia strikes him out. And the Brewers are down to their last at bat here. Last out. Mr. Money. He is 1 for 1. He's walked twice. And that's going to be another base on balls. Give Money credit. Him and Lescano. Only one's doing a damn thing here for the Brewers. And that'll be it for Bill. We'll have a pitch hitter here again. Brewers down to their last out. See who's going to come off the bench here. And they're bringing out Christian Yelich. See if he can get them in this game. One swing and it cuts the lead to 6 to 3. Christian's going to come out of the dugout. Pitch hit here. And Yelich is batting .400 on the year, folks. He's got 4 homers and 9 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Familia strikes out 2 out of the 3. Ends this ball game. And the Metsies win 6 to 1. But give the Brewer nice credit, folks. Those runs came couldn't make it out of the second inning. Let's take a look here at the box score. Bullpen came in and had 8 shutout innings. And the Mets 6 runs on 11 hits and no errors. Everybody but Al Leiter had a hit in the bottom part of the order. Look at that, folks. From Todd on down had 2 hits. Well, Backman didn't. You had Hundley 2 for 5. Gilkey 2 for 5. Alfonso 2 for 4. You had the Mets 5 for 19. They left 12 men on base, folks. They had their opportunities to just crush this game. Don't get me wrong, 6-0. But this game could have been like near 15 or so nothing. And for the Metsies, like I say, the only 2 guys, for the Brewers, the only 2 guys that did anything was Lescano and Money. Everybody else just stuck to join up. 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position, and the Brewers left 8 men on base. Al Leiter gets his first win of the year. 8 innings, 6 hits, 1 run, walked 3, struck out 7. Familia comes in, 1 inning, walked 1, struck out 2. Pete VOUCKOVICH got blown up, folks. 0-1 now. 1+ innings. Made it into the second. Couldn't get out of it. Didn't even record an out. 1 inning, 9 hits, 6 runs, walked 2, struck out 1. And look at this bullpen. They did the job. Sanders, 4 innings, 1 hit, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. Oxford, 2 innings, 1 hit, 1 strikeout. Castro, 2 innings and 1 strikeout. The bullpen, like I say, 8 scoreless innings. Take a look here at the box. I'm at the standings and leaderboard after the game in the National League. And with the win, the Mets are now a game back of the Braves. Washington Nationals 2 games back, Phillies 2.5, and the Florida Marlins are 3.5 games back. And with the loss, the Pirates are now only a half a game behind the Brewers. Cardinals is a game back, the Cubs and Reds a game and a half back, and the Astros 3 games back. And out west, the Giants are 2.5 games up on LA. Diamondbacks and Padres 3 games back. Colorado 4.5 games back. And Ralph Gard leading the National League with a .448 batting average. Bonds and Sosa with 7 homers. Bagwell up there with 15 RBIs on the year. And Randy Jones leading with a 0 ERA. 10 or more pitchers with 2 wins. Chapman, Kimbrough, Smith, Suter, and Takovi with 3 saves. Jeff Bagwell leading in the MVP voting, and Juan Marichal leading in the Cy Young. The next game on the channel will be the final game, the rubber match of this series. Take a look here at the pitching matchup. And we're going to have Doc Gooden going up against Mike Codwell. Should be a hell of a pitching matchup after this blowout. We'll see how it turns out, folks. I want to thank David and Ken Castro for stopping by today. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, folks. Hit that bell and leave a like. Until next time, you all have a great day and take care.